Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. In review today is Black Panther Wakanda Forever on 4K Blu-ray. Let's take a look at the tech specs. It was shot in 6K, it's got a 4K DI, the aspect ratio is 239:1, it's got a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, the disc supports a HDR10 colour grading, it's a 66GB disc, the average bitrate is 41.65 MB per second, the runtime is 161 minutes and it's rated 12. Black Panther Wakanda Forever arrives on the 4K format with a nice healthy, clean, crisp digital image that displays a marked improvement over the accompanying Blu-ray. Although the image can carry a slight softness at times, there's still a wide array of detail on show, with pores, wrinkles and all that good stuff being showcased in close-ups, along with a greater complexity to textures on costumes and clothing, and a good level of depth and clarity to the intricate set design. A key element of the film's overall look is the use of anamorphic lenses, an artistic choice in an attempt to replicate the notion that we see things differently after suffering a loss. These lenses heighten the sense of depth and emphasise the foreground subject, while softening the surrounding edges with a warping bokeh effect. In keeping with Marvel's recent track record, a few of the CG elements and effects can tend to look false and unrealistic, but it's mostly tolerable and something that we come to expect in many films in the superhero genre. The film features a predominantly natural colour palette, but still exhibits a good level of vibrancy and is nicely assisted by the enhancements of the HDR grading and wider colour gamut. The blues of the underwater environment are deeper, the reds of the Wakandan costumes are richer, and flesh tones are fuller and healthier. You may need sunglasses for some of the brighter highlights, with explosions and the white balls of the DNA structure in Shuri's lab popping with a nice intensity. The white balance is crisp and bold, sporting superior accuracy and brightness over the Blu-ray. There are a lot of dark and dimly lit scenes throughout the movie. Another of the cinematographer's preferences is to light moodier, without big broad lighting across the set. Subsequently, black levels are adequate, but sometimes feel too light and appear on the greyish side, probably not helped by the lack of Dolby Vision and the at times low bitrate. This could unfortunately lead to some of the darker scenes lacking depth and detail and appearing flat. If you enjoy this type of content, why not consider subscribing and following me on Twitter and Instagram at chrisatthemovies to stay up to date with the latest physical media news. Moving on to the audio quality, Wakanda Forever is accompanied by a fairly standard Disney Marvel Dolby Atmos soundtrack. As per usual, you'll need to crank up the volume a few notches above reference level to get the best out of the mix. Once that's achieved, the viewer can expect not much more than an average action soundtrack. The height channels aren't in frequent use and are primarily used for musical extension, bar some subtle underwater ambience, a helicopter flyover, and a clever effect in Chapter 9 when Riri lowers her flying suit. The surround channels therefore carry the majority of the action, with some good dynamics in the key set pieces, from some nice immersive activity in the chase sequence, to good depth and rear extension in the climatic battle. The subwoofer produces some adequate bass tones, but is far from deep and aggressive. With the many action sequences throughout, you'd think there would be ample room for some vigorous LFE activity, but unfortunately the track fails to deliver and falls short in this department. Ludwig Göransson's musical score sounds great and accompanies the film well, as does Rihanna's end credit song Lift Me Up, and dialogue is crisp and clear with no problems to report once the volume was adjusted. To summarise, I'll give the picture an 8.7. Disney's 4K presentation offers a solid improvement over the Blu-ray, with better detail levels and a richer colour palette, enhanced by the HDR grading, all contributing to an image that should satisfy fans of the film. And I'll give the audio an 8. This Atmos track is a standard affair from Disney, with decent surround channel engagement, limited height speaker output and subpar bass response. So these are my thoughts on Black Panther Wakanda Forever on 4K Blu-ray. Will you be picking this one up? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching guys, enjoy your movies, bye!